Yo, 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 let's go. All right, 3 minutes until the market opens. Good morning. Let's see, right, Joe? 15-second chart. Low risk pre market entry. Man, that's some chop. I think if I had to guess, and it could go either way, we are going to push up towards London highs at open, if I had to guess. Although this is very ugly, looking for a low risk pre market entry to where I can take the trade and then basically get break even before the market opens. So look at these nice lows right here. These are nice, tasty lows. Some tasty pre market lows. All right, pushing up above midnight open. Low risk pre market entry. Going to try to get break even here. Let's see if this wants to be a top. All right, I'm break even, so I have no risk. Let's see. I'm going to go for a bigger reward here. And if market sells off right at the open, I'm just going to close it and take the profit. Come on, baby. Ooh, we got equal highs too, so the whole name of the game is getting break even right away. Let's just see. Very easily could spike up here. There we go. Ooh. Locking it in here because the price could easily spike back, reverse. All right, lock the little something in there. Low risk pre market entry. Let's see if I hadn't trailed it tightly, if I would have got my full profit target down here, which I don't even want to calculate what the full scenario would have been. All right, so double wicks at the top, institutional, that's this yellow line, institutional fair value. Low risk entry, just get in, go break even, and see if the market wants to sell off. You got relative equal highs above and below. You're in the middle of a range, so it's hard to pick a direction. You just kind of follow, read the tape, if you will. So we pushed up, 2 wicks kind of creating the top at this level, midnight open. So based off the tape, push up, push back. So I took the short because it was lining up with the open like that. All right, so then you get a reversal, 50% of the range. Pretty clean. Let's get our open range gap on here. Open in range gap. Today's open. Yesterday's close. Open range gap. Electronic trading hours. 15-second chart. All right, I see. All right, so we did take the highs right here. As I said, I like the look of this. Not too keen to just hurry up and go short here. Although I do like these relative equal lows right here. I really do. Inside down close bar. Inside down close bar. Gap is below. So set down close bar gap is below. 50% of this move to push up. Not super keen on it yet. Both moving averages were above all the moving averages, basically. I'm pretty much ready to get this one off the chart right quick. Right, don't need that. And not going to force a long trade yet. Do think price could definitely drop all the way down, fill this gap, and tag the new day opening gap. Inside down close bar, sell the close of this. Decent short trigger if you're ready to get aggressive right near the open. That's your sort of liquidity grab, turtle soup situation. Inside down close trigger to get short. You can definitely do that. You can definitely do that. You can definitely do that. All right, so this is what I thought could be happening. So let's get that off. You got basically open, baby push down, push up, fake out, push back. Looks like we have our initial imbalance on the 1 minute chart forming. Looks pretty nice too right here. I like price for a retracement into this level and then short to take out these lows. Need to get ready to take a cliffhanger though, because we get really close to this, put in an up close candle, you can sell it for the momentum push lower. Clean bull flag. Baby. So on like a 5-second chart, this was an up close candle, this wick here. So you would have had a really super low time frame cliffhanger. Yeah, these lows were too clean for me to get eager for this pullback to go continuation. Did not see that happening. Interesting, barely touched this liquidity, and we're at this channel, or we're near enough to it with this tight pivot machine gun. Let's just see. Let's just see. We do want price to probably fill this gap. It's already more than 3/4 of the way done with the job. You got new day opening gap here. Yesterday's mid, higher time frame fair value, 50% swing point here, and you got another channel and one standard deviation. So you got some objectives below. I do kind of see some seek and destroy action going on here. So maybe from price got really tight here in London. Let's go ahead and call it 50% of this swing. That looks about right. Up, down, and now up. I'm going to take the quadrants off. I don't need them, and they're messing my chart up. And I don't need this. Actually, that is the this is the 1 minute imbalance. All right, pivot machine gun to the upside here. I like this for some more downside, so not opposed to taking this short. let's see here. All right, so we're getting back. Nice reversal on the 5 minute. Nice long trigger uh, on the 5 minute. You got an inside up on the 30 and an inside up on the 1 minute. But you got a minute and 40 until the 5 minute candle closes, and you're hitting all these moving averages and the 50% level here. So you got a lot of confluences to possibly go short right in this area right here. So you want to definitely see a strong close near the high. All right, initial imbalance. Very interesting to see how price reacts to this. Oh, so tempting to just take that. It's a little maybe too aggressive because price did slice up through these moving averages pretty nicely. Higher than above average volume, closing right near the top. Don't want to get too button clicky right here. All right, so we took the liquidity. We got nice long signal in the 30-second. Looks like this. Excuse me. Inside up close bar, yellow bar. Buy the close. Boom. Big up, big down, big up, big confusion. Shout out to Al Brooks. This looks like we don't need that. So now the fact that we're above this is more like a cliffhanger here. That's a tricky trade to put, because where's your stop need to be placed. Let's go ahead and swing this down here. 50% of this leg is now below the moving averages. I'm gonna just take that off for now because we do have the moving averages to work with. And we're above initial imbalance. The initial imbalance is only 5 points. So this is only a 5-point range. So low risk to get long from here if you can manage to get some kind of signal. Spike down, wick around here, closing somewhere about here for a trigger long would be nice. Let's see if we can get exactly what we want off of our wish list. Price sure is failing to pull back, so I like this for a long. I like this for strength. No pullback. This is a total momentum play. All right, there's the short. That's a short right there. Trigger. It's not that pretty because the body's so small, but that is what a pullback would look like if it were to start. So here we go. Here we go. Just might get our long trigger wish list. Patient, hydrate. Into initial imbalance, closing above it, closing above the open range. I want to see at least one low taken out. There we go. All right. Now, I got to be careful here because we are still kind of close to open. This could be major chop city still. So not quite ready to jump in. Still low risk though. If you wanted to go long there, put your stop here. You had very little risk, $5 of risk. But yeah, look at this. This is we're a little bit in chop city. Dead center of this range, which is dead center of a daily range. Moving averages are flat. Big up, big down, big up, big confusion. So for fun, let's give this the OG fib treatment right quick. OG. Let's reverse it. Let's flip it and reverse it here. the 6 thingamajig inside up close right there. You know you're going to go long right beneath all the moving averages. It's a little counterintuitive, less than ideal, but and you're below initial imbalance. So we could get some more downward trending action to start the day off. So definitely don't want to rule that out. Again, we didn't get to the new day opening gap, which I liked. This is a little bit more of a pullback than the bulls would have liked to see. But ooh, touched this nicely and then put in the clean reversal. So tempting to get long here and then use this as the risk. Not sure how to categorize this trade. My intuition is telling me this is a nice long opportunity though, for just some momentum. Not sure how to categorize this trade. I'll take it just because my intuition really is telling me stop's going to go just below initial imbalance here. And the target, I'll just leave the target where it's at for now. So I don't mind that trade. I don't love the timing because I entered it right after this short trigger. Which I probably could have waited for a better actual entry signal though. Momentum trades are not my forte, but I do want to work on getting them in there. See, I still think this is a good long opportunity. This was the cliffhanger. See, that's a short signal. Gotta be careful here. Do not want to get unnecessarily chopped up. So give me a clean long trigger and I will try it long one more time. All right. Oh, I wanted to try that because this big down bar getting fully taken is pretty awesome. Let's try it. I don't know. You know, it's worth a shot here. Because we're just near enough to the open where you might get that open push. And you got nice liquidity. Nice. And then right up here where my target is lining up is pretty nice. Just have to see. It's a little bit chasing, but what is the trade called? I mean, my intuition is telling me this is going to happen because I've seen it happen many times. So there has to be a repeat pattern in play here. So I'm going to take some of this risk off. That's too much risk to unnecessarily keep on. Let's go. I want all of that. I don't want to give any of that back. Modification. All right. No problem. Oh, look, I think it wicked me out. All right. So I did wind up trailing my stop. That was a good trade. I got to definitely log my triggers and emotions on that one. That was good for a lot more, huh? Let's see here. Trigger. Trigger is entered the trade on intuition. Thoughts are not as confident in the setup due to it being based on intuition as opposed to clear rules. The trigger is also entered. It's also like a momentum play. So somehow, decent short. Should have been a tiny loss right here. And this should have been a much bigger win. But these two trades were only good for $10 in the balance. So I didn't know where this was going. But wow, did it go there. So we're taking out yesterday's highs. Did we do that overnight? We sure did. We did that overnight. I like these highs too as a draw. Could have put my target up there and then trailed my stop beneath the close of each new bar, which would have miraculously have gotten me all the way there because there not a single low of any of these bars got taken out. All good. You either have the skills to pay the bills or you don't. And I am working on them. So, on that note, we got 3 out of 5 trades that I'm allowed to take in the books. What I liked about this trade was this spike down right into the moving average was immediately rejected. So somewhere over the rainbow, that's a huge wick bouncing right off of a moving average. Clean reversals on everything. 15-second chart, 30-second chart, 1-minute chart, and we're starting one on the 5-minute chart. So, that being the case, where do we like a pullback to if it is the start of a pullback? Pretty nice, pretty nice. Definitely a nice little, my intuition was right that something was about to pop off there. This looks like maybe a pitchfork opportunity here, huh? There, there, there. Except not this pitchfork. We want that original pitchfork. No, we want the shift pitchfork. No, we want the modified shift pitchfork. No, we want the original. Original pitchfork. What does it do with that? What does it do with this? Okay, that doesn't do anything. All right, so let's go ahead and throw the 2-minute moving average back on. So that's going to be a little faster than a 5-minute. A little curious about like the 7, 8, or 9 EMA on the 5-minute. I don't really watch it. This is a clean reversal candle on the 5-minute right here. Currently, as it stands. So 10-minute looks like a nice clean reversal. 5 minute looks decent. So this is something on the weekly. Let's see, we're dead center of last week. Just short a new week opening gap. You really got to think price wants to get there. But like I was saying, clean reversal on the 5 minute chart there. We do have our 50% fib here. Let's see, it's a break and retest currently, the current moment with this London highs. Break and retest there. High of yesterday here. Funny how I was so eager to not give any of that trade back, this trade back here, and it wasn't even that much. Like, what are you grabbing at here, bro? Just like, if anything, just go break even and chill out. But it's all good. All right, so we did get a pullback. This is a 30-second trigger long on the 30-second, but we want to see a complex retracement like this. You get the idea. A, B, C. So this is one standard deviation of the open and range gap. Yesterday's close, today's open. One standard deviation. Let's see, price doesn't seem to be interested in that today, so I'm going to clean my chart up. Let's just see here. Let's look at where the pivot's at. All right, so we're at a pivot. Interesting that let's see here. It's a new week opening gap. Bye bye. Bye bye. Keep you just in case. Break and retest yesterday's high. Did we or did we not see a pivot? All right, so it's different on different time frames. I don't like that. What is it on the 5 minute? Is that the same on the 1 minute? Same on the 1 minute. Not the same on the 30-second. Just about the same on the 15-second. All right. So we're back 50% above 50% retracement. Pull back, retrace more than 50%. So looking like we want to bounce here for real. And then they get you with that one. All right, so right at this pivot, interesting. All right, so A, B, C. This is also the fake outs that I like to see. NQ does this. People are now thinking shorts. Oh, lower high. However, we did get some type of short trigger reversal here on the 5 minute. And now we're inside down on the 5. That's inside up off yesterday's. That is a fun long. Ticks to low. Wow. This volatility is pretty nice here. For a 15-second chart, that is almost a 40-point candle on a 15-second chart. So Definitely elevated volatility right now, which is not necessarily a bad thing. Just got to be really smart about where you want to try to engage this. So 50% of the range, bottom of this descending channel, bottom of this trend line, night open, 20 period moving average, just looking to see what's coming up. Institutional fair value. So how has price treated that one? Let's just look at it right quick. Can't take too long with this. Get these pivots out of here. Down, up. Could be going back down. Could definitely be going back down. This one was down, up, down, up. Could be going back down here. Let's just see. All right. Now, long back off this moving average is a ballsy play. It really is, I got to say. Inside up close, midnight open, this moving average, pretty dang close to that 5 period 20. That right there was your aggressive entry. You're getting a signal in the 30 minutes. Ticks to low is massive. This is a lot of risk. But long from here is not a bad idea. Alrighty. Might have to scratch that long bias. Very interesting long right there. Inside up close, right at initial balance. Oh, that's a little bit chasing because it's big. The risk is big. Um, Risk is larger than I want, and my stop really needs to go lower. Risk is larger than I want, and my stop needs to go lower, but I don't want to take a bigger loss. All right. This is where my stop should have went. That's where my stop should have went. I just didn't want to open up the trade to take more risk. Maybe I'm a little bit attached to the profits that I had earlier in the day, which are basically nil now. I like the long from initial imbalance here, though. I do like getting long in this area. Should be okay for a bounce. This is a lot of I don't know what to call this. Strong push up. Dramatic push down. This looks like a cliffhanger short. So we might be going to the new day opening gap here. Drop, base, drop. Appears to be in effect, but for now, initial imbalance is holding price. And we're just close enough to that 20 period. All right. I'm going to reset here. I'm not going to force a trade from this level. I already took one loss trying to go long, which I should still be in long. So if I take a short here, I'll really regret it. All right. That is... Yeah, the cat's out of the bag now. So I believe we're going to the new day opening gap. And we're going to close this gap fully. This was a genuine. This was a genuine spike down. I thought this was a trap. But no, sir. Possibly because it was off the pivot. Now, this is catching a falling knife. This is new day opening gap. Closed the took the liquidity, closed the opening range gap. We're at the anchor VWAP. New day opening gap here. So let's check in with our daily chart. Let's clear everything off here, like everything. I'll go down. Daily chart has a big wick up. We could maybe try to put in a outside day. Could try to put in an outside day, but I don't see it really, honestly, yet. I'm not seeing it yet. This is actually a really interesting place for me to get long for my type of trading. Did get a trigger on the 30-second. The risk is just, the volatility is really high right now. So I need to adapt mentally. I need to be willing to trade with a little more risk than I am, or else there's no chance. I'm not even gonna be able to trade. And I don't get a choice in that. So I just have to accept it. I have to accept what the market gives me right now. And then right now it's giving me a little bit elevated risk, which is fine as a potential for elevated reward. So let's go ahead and adjust our order. Let's open it up to 40 points per trade. Let's take $40 of risk per trade and let's try to get $60 reward. That's a 120.80. All right. So interesting here. Down, up, down. Break the high. Pull back 50%. Open range. Higher, low. Entry trigger. Small risk. Do I like this smaller risk here? Just really hard to get short after all of this, you know? Let's just check in with the 15-minute chart. So the new hour here did the deed. Open range gap is trying to hold here. I mean, new day opening gap is trying to hold. Let's see what a completion looks like. We were close, right? Institutional level here. Tried to hold above initial imbalance. Yeah, took this out, pushing back down. Don't want to be in a rush to get long here. You do not want to rush this long if you're trying to go long. You're going to need the trade to really slap you in the face and say, bruh, let's go. Standard deviation here. Middle of the day, middle of a higher range. Give me this, go there. This goes like this. Also curious about this to this off of this. Even potentially this. Inside up close. All right. Are these equal or did it take it? And what did it do on the big boy? Equal on the big boy too. All right, so that matters because I want to see this taken before we push up. I'd like to see a spike down here and then a close back above new day opening gap. Interesting interesting volume here. Chop up, down, up. We might get some seek and destroy right now. So London's lows right here got ran. Asia's lows are down yonder somewhere. This moving average, I think, can be a little bit. Let's just make it a normal thickness. There we go. All right. Not going to get rich in a day. And this is a very hard game. So I need to definitely respect the difficulty of this and just enjoy the process here. So let's see. We want a full range midnight open. Let's see. Anything clear on any other time frame? Let's see here. I want to go to daily report card, dashboard, paste. All right. I am probably more inclined to get short off of a retracement here. Let's see, you do have this line 200, 220 initial imbalance, push up, push down, could get some serious manipulated chop here. The first thing I wrote in my analysis is NQ is indecisive. That does suggest seek and destroy. Seek and destroy in both directions just takes out both directions of the range back to back to back to back. Nice push, nice bottom put in, holding at the new day opening gap. I did say that this was an area I wanted to get long. Did not trust this higher low, these equal higher lows. Nice short trigger here on the 30. Did get it on the 15. 1 minute's questionable. 50% of this range is about there. Not going to take that long, but I am going to watch to see how price reacts to this. All right, so now I'm more inclined to go short from a retracement here. Displacement below the 50. This was a nice bear flag. Should have spotted that a little sooner. Did get the trigger here. Worked nicely. Got it on the 30-second too. Elevated risk though. That's a bigger bar than you think. Body's a little small, but it does work. All right. So now, again, here are these equal lows acting as a draw. Cliffhanger up close bar, tagging this 50% line. Gotta be willing to go short here if you get a low risk entry. Checking in on the volume. Yeah, so price is going up, but volume isn't picking up here. That would have been a sign. Volume isn't really coming in as we're approaching this high and as we're bouncing. Really low volume. All right, so here we go. This is going to be interesting right here. 2 ticks away from 50. So we're at 50. Need a trigger. No trigger, no trade. Just not clean enough. It's not talking to me. This is not talking to me yet. As a pullback continuation just yet. The look of these candles, what price is doing here. It's not really reversing per se. If we get another wick there, that's more. This is something. This is something. This is tipping its hand a little bit. And weird though. Fingers on the button. Almost took this short right here. Just hard to trust the look of this in this moment. Kind of want to see this taken and then the short kick in. Although all these wicks up here is a little bit nice to see. Yeah, that's wow. Did it respect 50%? You think? Look at all these wicks just selling off right there. A lot of buying though. I think that's why they're holding price here. Is some people are willing to be buyers, so they're just getting the inventory or letting the transactions go or whatever they do when they hold price like that. Still leaning towards short, although short from right here is maybe a gift. Too much to ask for. But you never know what price wants to do. Always a mystery. All right. Long trigger. I like that. Okay. You got a little bit of a bull flag working. So could definitely see some push up to grab some liquidity before we get back on with the program. Selling program here. Definitely can see this getting violated. Along with this here. So yeah, spike up for a short entry would be nice. Inclined to even take a wick entry. Although this looks like a cool short because now you got a baby bear flag and you really are That's some low hanging fruit right here. So, some low hanging fruit right here. A little bit of a gamble though. See, people selling this, I got a feeling they're going to be disappointed. I got a feeling they're going to be disappointed one more time. Yep, that hurts. That hurts right there. That really does hurt. I'm not going to lie. I feel bad for you if you just sold that. I genuinely, my heart goes out to you. Um, Now, if you hung on to it, now you get some props. So, if you hung on to it through this, you do get rewarded. Let's just see. I mean, how long do they want to frustrate him for? Is the question. Before they just let her rip here. One more push up would be fascinating. I would be fascinated by that. This 50% was just this one right here was just potent. That's potent. Wick, 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 wick. And actually, if you look closely, you get a little bitty liquidity grab right there. All right, boom. Inside up close for the long. Played them all. All this liquidity is nice too. If we're in a seek and destroy mode, boom, boom, boom. Here we go. Just depends. Depends on let's look at the 30-minute right quick. Some context going here. All right, inefficiency here on a 30-minute to about 546. 15-minute. 15-minute looked like it's probably done its job. Huge liquidity grab. I mean, unless we are going sayonara today. I mean, we broke this higher time frame. Situation earlier. So we could be resuming a really long, a macro downtrend, which we have in effect on the daily. We do have a confirmed downtrend on the daily. 4 hour, still long. 4 hours is still long. Let's see. Just gotta be patient, bro. All right, bottom of the open range gap. I do like my longs. Me like my long from down here. 50% of a major swing. Dead center of yesterday, right here. One standard deviation of the open range gap, right there. Higher time frame. Bottom of a channel here. So you got some areas down here. 30-second trigger long. It's like tempting. 40 points of risk. But I'm looking for something a little This was the play right here that I said, though. I wanted short from here. Didn't get a clean trigger, although the signs did wind up coming in. Once this bar came in, I thought we might, take this out, but it's all good. Let's see. All right, back above open range gap. That's what I said. I wanted to see a wick down here. It didn't quite get as low as I wanted, but it looks clean on the 1 minute. You got a clean signal on the 1 minute. That's pretty clean on the 1 minute. Definitely too much. Risk now to get long from and have your stop beneath the low where it would belong. Let's see here. Back to the 15-second chart. All right, we got a bear flag that's curling up. Bear flag. Starting to curl away from the flag. Ooh, short trigger again. How long can you take shorts and get paid today? We're above more than a 50% retracement here. This is a cliffhanger long. Down close bar right before equal highs. Maybe take that and get break even and just see if price wants to seek and destroy him. Because as it looks now, you got a reversal on the 5 minute just literally closed. Let's go ahead and swing this over here. That's 50% of that. That's 50% of that. This is 50% of that. Inside down close bar, short trigger, bear flag. Does price have it in it? Inside down close on the 30. Fascinating 5 minute reversal candle here. Let me get a better look at this thing. Pretty large body. Decent wick. It's definitely directing traffic upwards to some degree. Need a clean-ish entry though. All right. If you notice, spike, spike, spike. Kind of a spike. A little bit of a spike, spike. All right, here we go. Spike. That's what I'm talking about. So the market is still spiking down on people. So you got to be real careful and pick your spots. New day opening gap, 50% of this range. Liquidity taken here though. For a short, that's nice actually. I should have been ready and thinking about this to get short. However, did it? It did not miraculously take that liquidity. That's why I like it long still actually. Or do I? You know, it's just going to be real sad for people with a long bias when price falls off here. Tiny risk though. Tiny risk here long is so tempting. If you get a really small risk long here, it's very tempting to take. Ticks to low, 18. Go right beneath the opening range gap. Okay, all good. Let me see. Was that 5 trades? I think that was 5 trades, bro. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Does this count as 2? Or is that 1? Because I try to get long right after it. Um, hmm. Very freaking close right here, huh? This is not a pretty trigger bar, but it is a trigger bar. It's more of a doji. It's more of a doji. Oh, tempting to go short here, actually, huh? Hmm. 50%. Nice looking sort of lows here. Still got all this interesting business down here. And why not grind down on them all morning and then reverse it? You really got a lot of time on your side when you got a huge freaking global international bank institution bankroll to just trample people all morning. How am I feeling? Do I want to count this as one trade? Nice right there, dude. Nice right there. Standard deviation. So we're all up in the business here. All right. I did it because it just looked nice and we're all up in the business. This is where I waited all morning. So gonna go 2 ticks beneath this. I'll just let it play out. Took my shot. I like that trigger. I like the look of that trigger bar. I like the location. This is quite a spike, though. Man, it's so hard to keep all these variables in your head as you go. So this spike is too spiky. This is too much of a spike to buy. But I have to be done now. Should have been a green day, but it's not. It's all good. Life goes on. Count's still fine. Let's see. Orders, download. Top step. Yes. Yes. Python script. Let's see, we want process trades. Let's see. Log out. Or actually, I want to get a screenshot before I log out. We'll trigger right at the institutional level. Could have been a little more patient, huh? Down, down. Or let's say down, 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 baby wedge. Better signal here. Hard to know which one of these lines trump what. So this has got to be in the category of FOMO to some degree. Because why would I take this? Because I'm scared of it just hitting here and going. Which is definitely something I'm going to have to document right quick. Alrighty. Trigger, let's see here. Price gets to first level of interest. Thoughts? Better find an entry or else I might miss the trade. Emotions. Say anxiety and greed. Behaviors. Taking first trigger signal impatiently. Actions. Entering impulsively. Change in decision making. Forget to hold trigger candles to higher standards and begin to overlook other factors that go against my bias, such as momentum. Change in market perception. This is kind of what the market did a lot this week. Actually just kind of grinded down for the first little bit. Another bear flag. Let's see. Oh, 3 losing trades. Oh, yeah. So this would have been 1, 2, 3. Ah, dang. I shouldn't have took this trade just because it was 3 losing trades. All good. All good. Change in market perception. I begin to think the market has to do what I want it to, as opposed to objectively reading the tape. The mistake is impulsive entry on first signals or bad signals. All right, I think the stream's done here. There's no more trading, and I'm just doing some journaling. So peace out, everybody.